Here we are, last map of the evening. The first map was Nuke, and it was a win for G2, 16-12 over LDLC. We're gonna get right back into it, this time on Inferno. Another map, newest to the pool, where we'll see if Existence can come up with anything a little bit more creative with that tactical mind of his.
Just before we jump in, I've been wanting to do this all night. I haven't had a chance to now, but on the B stream this evening, we've had North versus Hellraisers on Cage. Hellraisers won that map, I believe it was 16-13. Then they played on Mirage, and North took away Hellraisers' Mirage winning streak by winning 16-10. Fnatic just basically stomped FaZe on Overpass. The scoreline, I think, was closer than the game actually was in their first game. And if you head on now to the B stream, mute them, of course, and keep our lovely FaZes up.
Yeah,
they're playing Train in the second map. I think they're in the second half.
And I think the FaZe are actually up by like 8 rounds or something right now. So
yeah, pretty accurate.
Thank you, guys. An Aussie update. That was fun. Let's get back to the LDLC thing.
Okay.
G2.
Well, why don't you kick us off?
Yeah, why don't I do that? I'm excited for this match. I'm excited to see what G2 is going to bring to the table. Because remember, when the old French teams had Happy as the in-game leader, they really had a dangerous Inferno. This is actually some time ago. This is like 2015, where they did a lot of that pop flashing up mid right through the smoke. They did it at the B bomb site as well. But a lot of the players that were on that team are still on this one. So I'm interested to see how that goes.
Yeah, well, when two tribes go to war, only one can be victorious. Why
don't you tell me about that?
No, the French teams have a lot of innovation, especially with set smoke strategies with wraps and pushing through the smokes and that kind of stuff, and I really enjoy seeing that. I think this is one of the obvious... Being introduced to the pool, being a favorite map in the past, I find that the innovation of this one is a lot quicker than we've seen with Overpass, Cobble, the new Nuke, the new Train. This is just taken off. Everyone wants to play this map.
Well, it's still very much the same in terms of its skeletal structure.
Yeah, and what we saw in the earlier match tonight was it was T heavy. A lot more T rounds are being won, and that's I guess a good and a bad thing. And I think it shows the importance of economy still in this. You know, how important Molotovs are in Banana, how much. The decision-making of deciding to hold off a smoke in mid is for an extra 10 to 15 seconds. So for this one right now, in terms of strategies that we're going to be seeing, I just want to see maybe a bit more innovation on the CT holds.
on that note, this is actually a map where LDLC got 11 rounds against Fnatic on the T side. So, I mean, that's something to look at. And also, Maniac had a sick game against him, and part of this is that LDLC used him on that CT side actually for a bit more of that aggression, but they actually used him fairly deep in apartments. It's, you know, that kind of role that we used to see JW play in, you know, back in halcyon years of Fnatic Counter-Strike. So he had a sick game. They used him as a bit more of that loose player, that small side player or the lurker, and it worked really, really well against Fnatic.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be a lot of key. I think we're going to start as this map goes. It's an interesting thing because one of the ways that Inferno got like kind of revolutionized again, like when it was deep into its playing career, was a lot more like mid-round aggression. Again, I believe it was one of the French team. I believe it was actually Envy who kind of pioneered this. Is like mid-round aggression, two players pushing in those A halls. I think what's holding people back from doing that right now is the fact that you can spam everything in those halls. I think that is really intimidating to a lot of players.
Also, that wallbang to the bottom of the stairs is really annoying because it does full wallbang damage, right? So that's not mitigated by the fact that you're shooting through arguably like an iron fence or something like that.
Yeah, so I mean that'll be interesting to see how much that aggression. I mean, remember we used to see setups all the time of like 3-player Inferno hall holds, 2-player Inferno hall holds, pushes down to bedroom. So haven't really seen too much of that in this Inferno. It seems to be like a little bit of a lost art at the moment.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be very important if they do bring that into the gameplay to keep Kenny active as well.
Yeah,
you know, keep him as that forefront and that attacking point because he's still on. He's hitting some crazy shots. He didn't have a huge game just then, but he didn't need to. Nuke's not a map, you know, that you usually associate with AWPers. Inferno T side, not really either. That's going to be where the focus for me is how are they going to bring him into that. If LDLC don't pick mid, if they don't pick Banana, if they don't give him a chance to really use that AWP, that's where he needs to go combat mode. Kenny is one of these AWPers, probably the best AWPer in the world for a long period of time, and it's because he can do everything. He can hold the lines, he can be aggressive, he knows when to fall back, he knows how to juke out players. That's what's really impressive for me about him, and Inferno is one where he can kind of turn that on and really be effective with it. Hopefully we get to see that come out here.
Yeah, I mean, now this is also... We talk about the retakes have to be so impressive. They have to be so good on this one. This is a map that heavily relies on retakes. So when you have that AWP, I mean, you need a lot of utility to get back into these bomb sites. Is this going to be something where that investment on the CT side is kind of going to take away from some of the tools they might have later in the round?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely. And as you said, retake. I remembered a Shox retake against Luminosity. Was this at the EPL?
This was good stuff. Yeah, this was EPL finals.
I know we can't show it.
It was in the triple overtime. It was good stuff.
It just reminded me.
Yeah. It was a good clutch. 1-on-4. Not bad. We're going to send it over. We're very, very fortunate. We have the #1 Ninjas in Pajamas coach over there casting this game. I cannot wait to hear what he had to say about Inferno.
#1 still threat. He's just temporary, guys. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But it is going to be an illustrious career. I can feel it in my waters.
I can't wait to get started, man. It's going to be a very exciting time, and maybe I won't have to come back. Who knows?
That would be nice.
That would be nice for all of us. Well, it's going to be Inferno, and it's always my favorite map to cast. Obviously because it's new, but I think tactically it's always very interesting. Like Chad said, the AWP is not so effective as well, so Kenius won't have as much impact, especially on the T side, and we'll see whether Twanu can continue his good form as well. I'm more excited to see what Alex can do. Like, what an amazing first game he had. Unable to pick up the first map at LDLC, but they certainly gave us a great game to cast.
I mean, you're going to coaching. Alex left the desk, and now he's ripping heads off in the server.
Is it that, Alex?
Things are going very well for the talent in CS right now.
It all makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's true. It is true.
Well,
I think he's of all the players involved in this, he's the one I saw the least of. You know, Twanu, Mistu, saw all those guys. That's fine. You know, saw Sixer on Millennium, saw all those guys kind of rising up. Alex is the one that I saw the least of, and he's been impressive.
Yeah, he's always been kicking around, like the lower ends of the
LDLC white, I think he was, not blue.
And he's always been kicking about, but never really been on anyone's radar. But this is a perfect platform for him right now, getting some great experience against some top teams here in Pro League. But here we go. The pistol round comes in. 4 sets of armor for LDLC and 3 players for G2 towards Banana. Quite standard these days. They've got no utilities to work with, though. Shoxy going to be challenging towards top of Banana. Gets his head blown off by Mistu. That might cause him to actually strike here.
Strike indeed. Existence. No, gonna deny that. He's up to 2 kills. Okay, I thought he had 3. Mistu's got the other. Good attempt from MBK to try and take down Alex, open up the banana position to the site. There's not really much he can do. Yeah, this is done and dusted, as you would say, Henry. So this will leave them with armor.
I'm not taking credit for your catchphrase.
Yeah, totally came up with that one myself. Thank you, everyone in the world, for the copyright infringement. I very much appreciate checking the mail.
5 on 2, and Apex and MBK, they've got armor. They'll be forced buying next round regardless. You might as well save those weapons. And Apex, well, it's another $300 there. It's not too bad. And he'll be falling back. Sort of Banana Rush works out for LDLC there. 3 players waiting for the top of the Banana. A decent flashbang actually makes things very problematic for the CTs. They get blown out of the water there at the top by the car. Or by the dog, I think we should say now.
It is the dog. It is not a pig. It is 100% a hound.
Is it the Jaden?
I wanted to call it Jaden. I did. I brought it up. I said, guys, we got a Jaden round. We can have a Jaden position.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. And they said no.
They denied it?
So, yeah, you know, I think they just need to meet the girl, and then they'll fall in love as well.
Denied, unfortunately. So a G2 in that area. It's going to be round number 2. We said there'd be 4 spying here. 2 players surviving with armor. So 2 scouts coming out. Apex and Shox this time, not MBK. He's got a Deagle. Got a couple of smokes to work with as well. Shox a decent spawn. Will be challenging towards T-steps. Will he find anything? Maybe, and he can't. Oh, he actually does hit existence as well. I beg your pardon. So he takes another 31 HP, and then we go towards Banana once again. But there is a little stack going on there. 3 players waiting for them. 1 boosted up on the site as well. That's Body, and it will be NBK and Kenius waiting for them. They could do a contact play here, considering they've got 5 players this side of the map. They pretty much have to act right now. They've lost track of apartments, middle. They've got smoke down as well. They have no real information here, so they're gonna have to go in and maybe walk into Lion's Den at the same time.
I don't like the Lion's Den, Henry. It's quite scary. Unless Simba's in there. He's lovely. Good shot from Existence. He'll take down MBK. Scar's the mean one. This 2 will get Kenny. It's Shox and Apex, both on scouts. Perhaps they're French Canadians with their scoots.
The scoots are a boots.
Speaking of scoots.
Go on.
Nah, I don't have anything.
Got nothing there.
Ooh.
Hits him.
Just scratch. But yeah, he's down to 51. It'll go the way of LDLC. They'll try and make it as expensive as possible.
Yeah, got a couple of frag sets. Stack finding 2 as Body and Kenny has to get to them, but overwhelmed by the manpower of LDLC and the upgraded weapon here, of course, as well. Another scout shot comes in, but Mistu takes down Apex, and there it is. Shox gets another frag. He'll look to scout to the next round if he can, hoping they'll be exiting through City Spawn, but not meant to be. They'll be falling back through Banana and saving their AKs. So Shox, he finds a kill, and there's 3 in total for G2, but they're going to be eco next round. He hasn't got armor, but he does save that lesser sniper rifle. Maybe he can cause some damage, who knows, but it should be quite a clean 3-0 for LDLC here. Looking good on Inferno. Like Chad said, I think it was actually Mitch. They're actually very good on the T side against Fnatic. They posted a very good, convincing scoreline here. Mac 10 comes out for Mistu. And he knows he's going up against other players here, a chance to farm some cash. Not going towards Banana, I would imagine this time. This would surely be more of a slow default. But 5 players towards the A side of the map. Nothing towards B for G2. So, change of pace, and goodbye, Shox. You did have the scout, but Twanu has removed it.
Twanu has indeed. Alex will get pushed back. Better at clearing quad side than we are, Henry.
Goodbye, scouts.
Oh, goodbye.
It's gone.
Yeah, I never liked her anyway. Isn't she an Overwatch character?
You thinking of Tracer?
Nah, I don't play that game.
I don't know what you're thinking
Oh,
about.
Mitch is getting angry.
Don't talk about his game.
It's true. I won't. I'll talk about Counter-Strike instead.
That's probably for the best.
Is it?
In this particular scenario.
Yeah,
yes.
okay, I'll give you that. Nade's down, top of banana. They want to clear off the angles as Miss 2 will try and lead his way in on a Mac 10. Why he's got that gun after all. Clears the site, realizing, hang on, no one here. Stack onto the A site. They'll figure that out now. They've sent the right gun to do it. Alex, just the pistol, will confirm that he's at least taking some damage. Try and bait them back down toward alt middle. That's why he's gone that way, and that's why Maniac sits in wait.
Yeah. Well, Kenny S knows he's almost certainly dead at this point. Try not to give Maniac the satisfaction. He gives it to Alex instead, who's waiting in the underpass there. Alex now with 2 players to find, but they're both going to be hiding in the pit. They're hoping they can get a crossfire, maybe just get an extra $300 and just chip away at the economy of the CT, of the terrorist, I should say. And it actually works out. Mistu goes down. BK finds him. This is what they want for the terrorist to come hunting. There's no real reason to do it. Now you've lost that Mac 10. You can't get a massive amount of money. You just risk losing an AK. I don't think it's even worth hunting it out now, but Mistu gave it a go.
Did. He gave it an awful crack. Swung for the fences. Kind of struck out, but MBK trying to do the last little bit of damage possible. AWP for Kenny S. Immediate purchase.
Indeed. Didn't have the armor to go with it, though. That's the story.
Where is Kenny? I can't tell which spawn he has. He's
There he
right
is.
here in the middle. Okay. I thought he was in Apex's position.
So 2 Famises, 2 M4s, no kits. A very, very weak Viper G2 here.
Still going for it.
Waits for the flash. All coming in. There it is, and nails the shot.
That's quite good.
That's quite clever, isn't it? Like, just knowing that every team pretty much flashed at the start to deny that pick coming in. Waits for it, comes out.
Well, that's why I
nails
looked
shot.
at the spawn, too, because if you have the Apex spawn, you can still go for it pre-flash and then get flashed off and get back, because you can beat the angle. But yeah, that's good from Kenny to read the fact that he knows they're going to flash it. Now he's got position. He's very good on Inferno, I have to say. He's got to be very happy this map's back. Showing it now. 3, make it 4. Is he going to go through the smoke to find the ace? Not quite. Miss 2's there and will deny. Someone had to do so.
Very nice stuff there from Kenny S. Pretty much single-handedly wins the round for them. They're aggressive at the start, finds that first pick, and they actually want to take him down. They want to challenge him, and he hits every single shot. Lovely, lovely stuff. Just missed 2 now. He'll just be saving the AK at this point. The bomb's down towards top and middle. It will be a long wait, but maybe he'll hunt for a little bit more. Just hiding in T-spawns is not going to be too much fun for him. So he'll get towards the steps and hopefully find someone out of position. But for now, G2 can't really afford that. They'll be holding up and sticking together. You can see 2 players towards the pit. Shoxy's just got vision of the bomb, I believe. Let's have a look. He doesn't, but he has got vision of the tight corner, right? So you can just about see that bomb on the floor, and he'll stop anyone picking it up. But it'll be falling back by the looks of things. I think he's pretty much gathered that no one will be going for this round. Mr. will be saving his weapon, so might as well back up Banana and make sure there's no possibility of anything going wrong.
It's true. No one likes when things go wrong. Don't foil the best laid plans of mice and men. Mona Lisa's not up here anymore, is she? Rushly, turn and look on the wall to your left. Turn left, 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 left.
Are you thinking of a dream you had?
I think Mona Lisa used to be on the wall behind us
I'm
here.
pretty sure.
No, it's right there. That's where it used to be.
I can't argue with you as I don't know, but it doesn't ring a bell.
It was the real one, too.
Yeah. Well, there's the replay from Kenny S, hitting absolutely everything. He's getting on Miss 2 in the end. And here we go. It's going to be round number 5. It's G2 finally posting around here. They're first of this first half after picking up Nuke, if you are just joining us. Fama still for shocks. He obviously gives the all back to Kenny S, and why wouldn't you after that amazing performance? He wants a little bit more action here towards middle. Flash comes in, doesn't turn away from it, doesn't get him too much. Twino actually flashed himself and offers himself up to Kenny S, and he gets taken down. A 5-on-4 as quick as that once again. And that's a rough situation for LDLC. You really do not want to be facing him at the start of those rounds. At least maybe Nader start to push him off, and the flashbang normally seems to be working out. That's an interesting little spam there from Alex, is stopping anyone in that tight cubby hole. Doesn't get anything for it just yet. They do have a bit of banana control here. CT's not too aggressive. They've got that man advantage. There's no real need to challenge any of the kind of uncertain choke points at that stage. You've already got the advantage you need. Lots of time remaining. Good smoke from Shox as well. They'll delay them further. They're going to push through, though.
Why not? Push through. Miss 2 gets 1. Shox down. Miss 2 sprays oranges 1. Gets oranges 2. Bye-bye, body. Bye-bye, birdie. Bye-bye, body. Bye-bye, Maniac. Kenny S back into the quick pace as he spots the gun barrel as well. Miss 2 goes down. It's on to just Alex. He tries to get the jump. I usually wouldn't push beyond the doorway, to be fair. There's quite a massive arc. Not arc, but cubby sort of on the right side that you can play instead. But he's trying to take back the fight, knowing that they lost a man already. It's Alex versus 3. They're taking their time. They want to get grouped up. Don't even need to. Apex does it alone.
Apex with KennyS with 3 kills once again. Close range AWP action there, especially towards Ruins. That was very impressive. But yeah, the T was just trying to make something happen. He could feel the round slipping away from them. He wanted to surprise KennyS with a close range encounter. Presumably, he would expect him to be towards Coffins or maybe tucked in towards Ruins. But unfortunately for him, KennyS very good at the AWP at close range. He's on 8 kills right now after 5 rounds. Great stuff from him since the gun rounds have begun. He's got a great spawn towards middle. You can take them towards second middle if you want to as well. Let's see if he does it. I would say he probably does, considering he knows the money's low. He probably wants to have a little crack in bedroom. He certainly does. Here we go.
I like a crack in the bedroom. As Kenny gets up. Yeah, Mitch saw that one coming a mile away. He was already moaning about my joke before I even said it. Get out of my head, Mitch.
Well, KennyS goes for it, but he actually gets punished. Goes down to 28 HP. So in terms of the buy here, LDLC have brought a Nova shotgun to the table in round number 6. Not a huge fan of that, and a rare miss from KennyS there, but Apex is there to pick up the pieces. MBK as well. He gets 2. Round should be over here as KennyS finds the 4th. Just Maniac now. P250. Got head armor as well, but Apex deals with him. And there it is. We tie things up at 3-3. It's going to be 3 rounds in a row for G2. Money's going to be in disarray for LDLC. We were able to buy into this one. It's not a great buy. Mistu's below 4K. So he might be down to a Galil or Tech9. There's enough to buy. He goes for the UMP instead. So KennyS with that amazing spawn once again. Keep your eyes on him. He's feeling it right now. Let's see whether he can maybe go towards second mid once again. I doubt he will after going in the previous round. Probably just moved towards T-steps once more. Got some backup this time. No one's going to be challenging him. They haven't got the AWP. And he's got control of T-steps, and they take a risk by jumping across. And Apex, he takes that cover KennyS is providing towards T-step to face towards second middle, and they didn't see it coming. Alex gets taken down there.
Does indeed. Molotov back shocks limited in his position. Maniac all the way through already at Boiler. Will get toward the doorway, potentially bust from it and try and get a kill back in return, but they've gone passive in their set toward quad. In fact, staring down the Boiler doorway in itself. I always hesitate to see smokes thrown from this position. It's not likely someone's going to peek with a man advantage, or shouldn't be at least. So it's fine, but you're so open. Peek would obliterate. Kenny spots one go by, realizes it, doesn't try and reface. They're being disciplined, but nearly gets caught from apartments. It's Apex instead that will get existence back. Maniac's got very little to open. Kenny will go ahead and put a smoke in front of him. Molotov back toward quad. That'll give him position to walk back out toward the map control that he used to have, used to occupy. But Twanu, good shot inside of the Flames.
Yeah, the Flames actually limited his vision there slightly, and Twanu capitalizes and brings it back to a winnable situation at least. It's still a 4-on-3 against them, but they've taken down their tormentor in the form of KennyS. And 25 seconds remaining. They have to commit towards Banana here. And Mistu, the best entry frag weapon. He's going in first and see what he can find.
So indeed what he can find. Body. Mistu down. Twanu back into it. Shocks will clean up the mess though. And Twanu is left with a bomb. 2 kills and 3 to find. Smoke off. That'll allow him potentially to plant, but Apex knows it going through. They want to deny it, and they do.
Yeah, Twanu stuck between a rock and a hard place at that point. He knows he's got no time. They've got 3 players around him. He goes to the plant, but they're always going to push through. They can sacrifice a couple of players. And there's quite a trippy image for you there, an Inferno. I think we're up the bell tower at that point, but it's 4 rounds in a row for G2, and this has to be an eco for LDLC at this point. Deagles, PT50s, 1 flash. This would suggest maybe go towards second middle, get some apartments control, flash out the apartments and try and overwhelm the pits. Maybe the same sort of idea towards Banana as well. We'll see what they decide to do. Nothing too fast at the start of the round here. KennyS back towards top middle, not fully committed to the peak at this point. Flash comes in, that's gone now. So that apartment idea I've had has been eradicated.
Jumps up. One towards CT. Shocks has it anyway through the edge of the wall. Kenny on the second op will continue to watch the top of middle. Second kill for Shocks into Mistu, and Bomb will head back toward Banana to leave itself there. Nice shot, Alex. Let's get Kenny down. They'll go back for his op, and Apex just swings wide, takes the shot. Maniac gets one as well, coming out headshot position onto MBK, but he's now 1 of 2 remaining, and there's not much map control gained by either of them. 1 more kill, though. He could make this work. Maniac knows it, so he just wants to hold this position. Gets back to pit as well. There's a gun down in the corner. AK. Get E, just grab it, get back in position to hold off and allow the bomb to make its way through apartments. Take no chances across top mid.
Good smoke as well, so the bomb should be going down in this instance. It's a 2 versus 3. Twanu, a little bit apprehensive. Maybe doesn't fully trust Maniac at this point, but you should. Bomb will be planted, and this is possible now. This is pretty much a full eco from LDLC. They now have the bomb down, and good positioning on the bomb side.
Good positioning indeed.
I'm ticking away as
Gonna
well.
wait this. I like this headshot position so much. It's the best in there. Best in the pit position to play, and then post-plant oftentimes. Maniac's got shocks. They're making this work. He's going to rotate around as well. Stays alive, gets another. This is doable. They might clutch this back. Twanu takes the kill he needs. Well done, LDLC. Well done.
Well, that round fell apart all of a sudden, didn't it? It looked very convincing for G2. They found the initial frags required. Then all of a sudden, Alex gets a 1 dig from Hell in middle. Maniac gets some positional control on pit as well. He has a nice duel towards that pit position with the P250, no less. Picks up an AK, calls for his teammate to rotate in, finds a smoke in the process in the pit. Gives them time to get that bomb down. It's a nice little crossfire they had set up as well. And Maniac doing a fantastic job. We talk about his recent form being very good indeed. That's a big round for them to pick up. Nothing really invested into that round. They'll be pumped after that one. And a double orb set up on the CT side of Inferno. I'm not a fan of this, but let's see what they've got in mind. Kenny S towards quad. And he's going to be challenged as well. Flashbang's coming in. He has to fall back at this point. And a player joining him on the bomb site.
Maniac wants to hold off top, make his way toward quad, gets one on Kenny with a trade. As he gets the first shot into Twanu, it opens himself up as Maniac will start to wrap around, but they don't clear MBK dropping in. No time to set the aim for Alex. MBK gets 2, and this 2 will hold off onto him at least to allow a bomb plant down. Another 2 versus 2 in the A site. Good smoke out in front of library once more, but it's the 2 rotating players in body. Unlike last time, we'll head off toward the apartments, give them a slightly different alternate approach.
Yeah, no kits here though, Matt. They're being very slow about this. I'm not sure they can do it, you know. They've got 2 kills to find with no kit. Maybe they can find on the start. I'm sure one of the fallen players has got it. But this comes down to body, really. He needs to find a frag in the next 2 or 3 seconds. He's hunting for it, jumps out, and somehow wins that duel. How's Mr. Nor killed him? They win the round against all odds. Just jumping out of the bedroom wildly there. I thought that he was dead to rights when he jumped out, but Mistu couldn't find the shot. I'd love to see that from his POV and see how much of a whiff it was. How is he not dying there? I guess Mistu must have been focused towards quad and then just about adjust his aim and can't find it to track him towards the pit area. Crazy scenes.
Yeah, that's not how things were meant to play out. LDLC's done well to get themselves in that A site the last 2 rounds with decent situations in terms of manpower. Double op set up again. Shocks and Kenny waits the flash this time. Perhaps should have committed to it because he thinks, maybe I'll get a shot off first. Stares the flash directly down.
Well, here we are. Round number 10. LDLC, after sitting around away on the full eco, instantly replied there by GT. Still enough money to buy, and Shoxy continuing to find shots with the AWP. There's walking to his crosser almost there, and the bomb's down as well. That's going to force a rotation from a 3rd member of the CTs. But Alex, once again, made his way towards top and middle. Just in the cubbyholes right now, but Kenny S, he knows you're there, I'm afraid, and takes him down. And it's going to be a 5-on-3 as quickly as that. We still have 1 minute remaining, but LDLC have come back from a bleaker situation before. MBK doesn't seem to be aware that maybe it's at the end there, but Kenny S, surely that's a cue to fall back now. It's under 46 HP, huge advantage, just hold the lines at this point.
Yeah. Absolutely. Kenny will get the op toward Cubby. Molotov goes beyond existence. Going to go back out, Kenny. So I thought it actually was not going to hit the corner. I thought it was going just beyond it. It bounced off perfectly to Cubby.
That's what we're talking about with the risk factor there. That wasn't really required for him to be in trash. He's obviously trying to suggest he's fallen back and he's in a sneaky position there, but now it's actually possible once again. This kill is huge and Body will find it, to be fair, and presumably saved the round at this point. The bomb is in towards B and Maniac's just waiting for a mistake to be made. See if he overextends slightly here, but they have no smoke for CT spawn. This is going to be very difficult. Existence set and ready to get the next pick.
Or is he?
He's not.
Shocks takes him down. Body's tagged. Maniac's going to try and hunt, pursue. If he gets him, ooh, yeah. Very smart Body, very smart. Baits him and his Shock stays alive. I was just, if he gets him, he can try and get a fast plant, beat the player from Banana that would have been pushing onto him, but that doesn't happen because Body's nifty.
He is, and it's going to be LDLC. 4 rounds on the board and another eco coming in. G2 it was looking a little bit dire at the start. They went down 3-0 and then losing that full eco as well. But they've stabilized at this point. They're starting to get a decent lead going forward. MBK knows it. He brings out the shotgun. $900 per kill on that weapon, and it's very good at taking out unarmored opponents, which is exactly what he's up against here in round number 11. PT-50s, Glocks, Deagles, and one flash, reminiscent of a round we saw before. And they managed to win it. So I'm sure G2 will be a little bit more sensible this time. Very passive setup required. Don't need to do anything too flashy here. Double up setup still on the CT side. I have to say, I'm not a fan of it, but they're making it work. So obviously going to continue with it. Shoxy holds towards B. Kenny S at A. And they're hitting their shots, so fair play to them. Alex is towards the apartments this time, but smoked out. His teammates, on the other hand, walking into Banana. They have that one flash. Do they use it at the top to get Banana control, or do they use the flash towards the bomb site to hopefully get the CTs to turn away?
Turn away. Turn away. Go back. Spare yourselves. Bodies ready. Back ESL 2. Shocks backs off, misses that open shot. It's Body, though, as ready on top of Orange's 2 sprays and praise. He's got all 3 of them down. Alex, dead to Kenny. Body gets the assist on that. Pretty straightforward, G2. Good defense from them.
Yeah, nothing too scary there. Just one flash in towards B, and I think we have a pause coming in. I'll find out momentarily whether it was tactical or technical. So MBK sticking with the shotgun for now. He's got plenty of money, and it's round number 12. No real reason for him to use a shotgun, but he can play palms that weapon very efficiently. It's just a problem when the bomb goes towards B, gets planted. You're doing a retake with that weapon. Not ideal. And here's a replay from Shocks, and mainly Body, who got the 4-man spray down here. Like we said, with players who aren't pre-firing that position. Shocks taking away all the aggro, and he gets 3 in total, so good work by him. 7-4. Like we said, a pause has come in. I'll have a look at the buy for LDLC as well. 2 AK so far. Existence is down to the UMP. Mistu's got 5K. Twanu, haven't seen much from him this half. He's on 4 for 8. Same story for Alex as well. We're kind of building him up going into this one. He had an amazing performance on Nuke. 2 kills, 9 deaths.
Yeah.
Quite safe. He seems to have a very solid lurk roll on this one. His 4 teammates towards B. He's kind of trying to find picks and rotations towards the A side of the map and is holding there, but he's getting completely torn apart by Kenny S at the moment. It is a tactical pause. There you go. It has been confirmed.
Confirmed.
So
just like you coaching Nip.
That was confirmed. It's
Wait, I don't know. Did you see their tweet?
No.
They said that as long as I'm willing to cast with threat, they're on board with it.
That's probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. He's casted with DDK
and them.
before. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
I'm in. I'm all in. I'm ready.
Like, he might not want to kiss you, but I'm sure you'll get over
It's
it.
fine. I have no issue with that.
No?
No, none.
Fair enough.
Those are some terrible T-side spawns if you want to go for fast play.
Yeah, not ideal. You can play noughts and crosses, though.
Noughts and crosses.
Or tic-tac-toes, you might say.
X and O's.
X and O's.
Hugs and kisses.
Unforce comes in. The final buy has been posted. 4 AKs, 1 UMP. They have got a plethora of utility as well. That's why Existence went down to just the UMP to get all the nades required. You know, he's a very tactical mind. And the shotgun saves for MBK. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that, but we'll see where he makes it work. Can do some devastating things towards the apartments area. I'm sure that's where we'll be heading. Round number 12 comes in and kind of scoreline 7-4. LDLC have to get in 3-0 in the pistol. Haven't actually won a gun round yet. Kenny S, though, might give them something to work with.
Maniac. Backs up. Away from the flames. They deploy. Second one to Kenny. Try to wall through. Can't do anything now. Has to back up all the way towards CT. But as the flames extinguish, Kenny wants to take advantage. Wants to. Watches for the boost. Oh, not fully flashed off. Still can't land it. Body finds 2 in return, though. But Twanu does silence that.
Wow.
Look at the rotation from Apex.
Beautiful stuff by Apex. Just so they think, okay, the side's got to be open at this point. He's rotated nice and early. Kenny S made the call, I guess. He's heard a lot of footsteps in that area. They're throwing a lot of Molotovs. They're expending most of the utility. Apex takes an opportunity and runs with it. Gets towards Coffin. Just when they pick up the orb, they get the knives out, ready to go. Get that plant in nice and quickly. They get sprayed down. And it's going to be MBK trying to make something happen here with the Mag 7. I'm sure this will be the last time we see it. If you can upgrade to an AK, I'm almost certain his weapon.
Yeah, it's been revealed. Element of Shocks. It's gone. Speaking of Shocks, there he is. Gets down Alex. Thank you very much for driving that home for me. 8-4. G2 doubling up on LDLC. Pretty straightforward as they get the double op set up back over to Kenny S as well. And there's not much money on the LDLC side.
No.
They're looking like my bank account right now.
What do you mean?
you know, I just spent some money.
Spend a lot of money. We've all been there.
Once or twice.
It's going to be Shocks this time aggressive towards Banana. I was going to say that would be an interesting move. They are going to be slightly rushing him. They've gone for that early Banana control, which they've got as well. Maniac at the top there. And once you push the CDs back, you don't have to commit. Like, you know, it's going to be a difficult retake for them. It's a bit of a risk to flash over and try and get that area in their control. But MBK overnight, I like this position MBK's got towards the balcony, but it's going to be Shoxy finding kills. KNES chiming in as well. Not really much that LDLC could do with this round, I'm afraid. No real firepower to go with. They try a desperate boost there. The bomb's down. Awkward position, to say the least. I'm sure you can jump up and get it, but he knows KNES, or Shox, I should say, is watching that. Jump up. Can't get it. Apex takes him down.
Bomb is in a very, very unopportune position, but I don't think it matters much in a 1 versus 5.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you could still jump and get it. I'm not 100% sure, but...
Oh, no, you can. It's just the fact that you have to do it.
Yeah, right. 5 players later.
Yeah. It's pretty obvious where you're going to be going. Shox takes 10 to Manu. And they make it 9-4, so they're continuing on.
They are 9-4, round number 14. Full buy here for LDLC. Like we said, they haven't actually won a gun round yet. They've won that initial pistol on the 3 rounds, the 3-0 after that. And they won 1 full eco to give them these 4 rounds. Not a single gun round or anything really that interesting. And this double orb setup has really been taking them down. And Shox is towards middle this time. They're mixing things up. It seems whoever gets the best spawn between Kenny and Shox gets towards Banana, but it's going to be a nice job from Body. He's so good. I love him as a player. I think he's excellent in terms of just finding 1 frag, nothing too flashy, just getting the job done, holding the correct angles, not taking too many risks, and finds that frag, falls back, and Apex wants a little bit more, and he gets it. That's so fast by him.
Very, very fast. Maniac trying to spray down through the smoke and capitalize upon where they go inside of the B site. MBK swings out, perfectly timed. Better shot from Twanu, and Shox did.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I guess it won't really matter in the grand scheme of things as Kenny finds another kill with the 5-7 there. Bomb down, smokes in front of it. Maniac, you've got no chance, I'm afraid.
Nah, none. G2's the class of the field tonight of these two, I have to say.
Yeah. In the second half of the Nuke, like LDLC showed us some great individual performances, some interesting tactics, so those fast outside plays. But so far in Inferno, a bit of a damp squib overall, but we'll see what they can do. Not over just yet. They got 11-4 on Nuke, and looks like that's going to happen here in Inferno as well. They do have maximum loss bonus over. No bomb going down. 2 players can buy. It's going to be Maniac with just shy of 5k. Missed at 4,300, yeah. And that's the shot towards his teammate there. Just a little replay for you. But there it is. Shoxy with 16 kills and 6 deaths. Good performance from him so far. That's what we've come to expect of this young man.
Agree with that. It's a good statement. Apex fast and mid will sit and wait. Shox goes with the AWP. That's quite clever. Looking down the ramp, doesn't overreact to the flick, just lets him fall into the crosshairs. He jumps around the corner.
And they've got that band advantage. Kenny wanted to take that pick, but Misty's got no idea it's going to be a possibility. Apparently, he does. Good awareness, take down Apex there. Once again, maybe get a bit over-aggressive, but KNES, he wants to find the kill in return. Nice positioning. Let's hold towards second middle, and Shoxy, that's cool. There is one top of middle. And BK deals with him.
Deals with him accordingly. Deals with Mr. 2 as well.
Yeah, round done.
Yeah, good aggression from Kenny to get down into the bottom side of apartments. Alex,
there it is.
Good headshot.
Crispy headshot.
Smokes off. You say round done. It may not be. If they can cross bomb fast enough, get a plant before Kenny gets a position toward Banana, there's a real chance that this nade goes through. Alex is only on 5, and Existence is the one planting. Alex also not watching water. Means they'll get on top of Existence. If he had hit an NBK as well, it was all to play for, but Alex is quite clever in this. He's pushed the only direction they're not coming from. He now knows as well as he hears Kenny toward the top of Banana that he's there. He's got a chance. He's got to play it perfect. MBK's going to try and hold it. Shoots just to get him off it. That's quite decent. Buys him more time, buys him more space. Has to just not take the fight. Fades away, goes back in, and MBK just barely gets it. That was decent from Alex.
Very
with
good
low
attempts.
HP.
Yeah, very nice attempt there. Very intelligent stuff there. He's baiting him off the bomb. He knows he's low HP, can't really take the duel, but he just shoots some bullets and makes things interesting. He has a chance there, but MBK, he will be winning the round. A very clinical performance there by G2. 11 rounds after losing the pistol and getting that 3-0 as well. It's LDLC that only find 4, but that was enough to make game interesting in the first map. So hopefully they can do the same here in the second half. We'll take a quick break and we'll find out when we come back with Inferno.
Well, you're looking at it. Some of the sights and sounds of the opening half. Kenny S nearly getting an ace. Very, very good foreman, very smart foreman, an informed foreman.
Yeah, that's
Tony and Alex looking sharp too, but scoreline.
Scoreline. Yeah, Kenny S looked unbelievably sharp, especially in the first like 7 rounds or so. He got like an amazing amount of kills coming out of nowhere after losing the pistol. He looked amazing. But here we go then. The pistol comes in for G2. It's going to be 5 sets of armor and nothing upgraded at all. So here we go. 4 players towards Bernardo. This is interesting. All right. What have you got planned for us, LDLC? Maybe relentless aggression. A headshot comes in from both players, but it's going to be an equal exchange for now. This will be a brawl towards Bernardo. G2 are coming in.
Coming in fast. Kenny with the burst block jump. Doesn't do anything with it. Wants that USP, and I don't blame him for doing so and trying to grab it. He's done so as he backs away. Mistu's very low in this 4 versus 4. It's Shocks now that starts to probe out the ace site, push Alex off the library position. And Alex, with the USP, tries to fight back, but can't do much. Crossfire setup. Kenny just says, Body, you shoot. Don't worry, you've got it. And then he goes after Mistu. It is harder to hit the headshots from behind. It was quite good. It was a front row seat. Oh, now he's run out of ammo, but he will still get Alex, just barely.
That was quite nice to watch. Body's been great tonight. Like, you don't really notice it, but he always just does such a good job at just getting in the right position, allowing his teammates to do amazing things there, and he actually delivers there as 2 players running towards middle. That was a much-needed pistol there from LDLC. It doesn't come in, so they have to force buy in the second round here, and G2 are not messing around in this second round buy. They've got 3 rifles here, 2 AKs, a Galil for MBK as well, 2 MAC-10s up against the 5.7s, and 1 Deagle of LDLC, I should say. They've got smokes to work with as well to delay G2. Nothing in terms of a stack coming in. Alex, like we said, very good aim tonight. Can he get anything rolling with the Deagle here?
It's a good question, Henry, and I hope we have it answered for us shortly. I'm sure we will, within the next minute and 28 seconds at least.
Well, you'd hope so, yeah. If no kills coming by then, something's gone horribly wrong.
Yep. Kenny, bottom of mid, just hanging out in the trenches. They use live rounds in these trenches, Henry. Keep your head down. As they get close, try and establish something toward the top mid. Kenny and Body, crossfire positions, and then Q third person that I didn't quite see, throwing a smoke between them to cover off quad. Or excuse me, to cover off arch, and then they can wrap quad, take out from apartments, jumping in. Shocks takes down Alex. MAC-10 at its finest.
Yeah, that's going to be round over, unfortunately. There's only 1 player waiting on the A side. That was Alex. He gets taken down. Apex continuing to find kills as well as he takes down Twanu, and he gets peppered with PT-50 bullets there, but this is the call for the save at this point. They're not going to win this round, but if they can save the pistols, that's something. Jason there in the background, giving us a bit of a musical number.
It's true. Let's all hang out in the bags.
Yeah. Hang out by the bags. Hope they don't go hunting for us. There's no real reason for G2 to go hunting. They know they've only got 5 cents here. Yeah, sure, they've got body armor, but that's not going to be a huge issue going in the next round. Allow the other 2 players to force in if they really want to. They'll be keeping their 5.7s and PT-50s. Just keep the rifles up. 13-4. This is looking pretty bleak now for LDLC, the up-and-coming French team, who have now cracked the top 20. That was a headline today, which is promising at least. But I think they've been outclassed here today. G2 looking very good, kind of getting out that rut eventually, it seems. We said it was a matter of time before they really started landing on the CSGO landscape. But
yeah, well, I think it's good that they've got a little bit of form right now heading into next week.
Yeah, that's a good time to find some form just for a massive event.
Very good, man. $300,000 prize tournament, or prize pool, excuse me, 16 teams.
Pretty stacked as well.
It's one of the premieres. It's one of the big ones, the 5 or 6 that we have a year. Maybe even, I think we maybe had 7 last year, if I'm honest. I think actually more than that. We had like 10.
Yeah, we had lots.
Yeah. Insanity. That's yeah, that's quite a bit.
Yeah, it was CSGO Mania in 2016. But here we go then. Speaking of Mania, it's Maniac. He's boosted up on the B site. He's going to be joined by Existence as well. There's to be a little crossfire there. Like I said, not really much CTs can do here. 2 players on full eco. They've got those safe pistols and armor. That's not going to matter too much here as G2 start to dissect the map. They've got control of middle and the apartments as well. So what can LDLC really do? They've got no utility apart from 2 smokes. Looking to strike towards Boiler. They are going to be expending utility to run the clock down as much as they can. Existence takes Little nick there through the smoke, but still alive. Going to be pushing through. This is a bit of an audacious play for him. If he gets 1 kill, I'll be impressed.
Shox with the Molotov to bounce to Vents. Q to go. Shox still manages to get the gun drawn and take down Existence. 1 of the found intended targets. 2 more of them. 20 and missed 2. The Ooze will go down. The split defense, no matter where they go, they're looking likely to take the round.
Yeah, probably about 98% at this point. Let's see what Maniac can do. He's smoked out towards coffins, and they're swarming the B side. The bomb comes in momentarily, and it's going to be the round over. Job done. Shox and Body do take down the final kills there, 14-4. Money's not going to be great. It's enough to get an AWP. Twanu has $4,900. He's doing a Kenny S, what he did in the first half. Let's see if he can find a 4-man as well. Pretty much every single round at this point. They can't really allow G2 to get on match point. There's so many rounds available to them. They've still got Mac 10 to suggest something very fast coming in. With the Galil as well, they know players are not going to have head armor. There's not a single piece of head armor on the CD team. And Twanu, glass cannon as well. This is a real rough round coming in for LDLC. If they can win this, I'll be impressed. Smokes, what's he done?
It's flubbed it.
No, that wasn't even a lineup. He didn't misthrow it. He just completely didn't line it up at all. What the hell was that?
No rebuy, obviously, either. That's a little bit late.
You can't rebuy anymore.
Oh, that's right. If you throw away one of the nades, you can't buy another. Yeah, that's right. It goes by 4 nades in the round. I never used to do that anyway because I don't have binds, so it'd take me too long to do that anyway.
Yeah, right.
So I don't really travel with a config. I'm too lazy to bind every time. So I never really did it. Apex takes down Miss 2. Shox low HP has bomb. They want to go for the wrap. They've got the potential to do it. They're just making them second guess. This is kind of interesting. T's occupying CT spawn, just hanging out. Just hanging out.
Well, they've got such a huge advantage there. They've got the CTs on the ropes. They need some information, and Twanu's getting it. From the art side, he finds Kenny S. That nice duel goes down. Still a lot of work to do here. There's one player towards B. It's Maniac. He can probably, this is like a one and done position, famously, but if he gets 1 and maybe some damage, that could be great. There's the bomb down. There's a chance to get more than that, but unfortunately, not going to happen. 2 on 2 now. Alex gets some time to move in, but Body, he's aware, takes him down. That should be round over. Twanu with no armor, no kit, no nades, has got the AWP, but he's coming in from a horrible position, trying to clutch from Banana. And how do you even find an opening here? They'll be just tucked in corners in the crossfire, and he's got to find 2 kills and defuse a bomb without a kit. Good luck, my friend.
Without a kit.
And if he saves a weapon on a match point with 11 rounds to go, so yeah, a bit rough.
Yeah, I'm thinking just get that up and get out. You
It's
gotta
pretty much what he
concede,
can do.
unfortunately. There's nothing.
There's no point in throwing away the AWP, right? Like,
No.
He knows he can't win that round. So it's a bitter pill to swallow. But there it is, have to save that AWP, and it's match point obtained by G2 there. 15-4. We said it'd be a rough round. No players have head armor there. Twanu with the glass cannon as well. They made something of it. Maniac had to find multiple frags in that true position. Like I said, normally going to be 1 and done. He gets that 1. And he buys some time for Alex, but he's detected by Body in the smoke. Shoxy finds his 20th kill. Apex, he only has 3. I can't imagine that's right. He's only got 1 death as well. Okay, that's going to be him disconnecting at some point.
Yeah.
I was going to say, that doesn't feel right at all. It's been pretty good. 15-4. And potentially the last round here. They do buy up into it. It's going to be 2 UMPs, a Famus. Twanu's got some armor now. 1 kit. And he's going to need a hell of a play here from LDLC to find this round and then some. Mac 10 still for Shox. 4 players over head armor, so it's still a very viable weapon at this stage.
Shots through from MBK.
It's baiting out presence towards B. He'll be falling back. 2 players there. It's going to be a 5-on-3, but Mr. doing some work in the Famus.
And Alex coming in as well. Existence going to rotate over, catch them off, bomb down. And we might be going another round at least, or is MBK going to change that? Gets the bomb back in his possession. Does open up a little bit onto A, default plant. It's double wrap from Banana, where in which she will be attacked, and they now know for certainty it's A, so 20 will join into it with the AWP lineup. Maniac's got it. We're going at least 1 more.
He's brave talking on the corner by himself there. Okay, no brief round potential from his teammate either. That could have been horrible for them, but he did feel brave and manages to land the shot. So LDLC keep their head above water for now, at least. 3 players go down, but they do keep the AWP up. So a few more twists and turns. Yeah, Mr. What a great job he did there with the Famus. I'm very surprised he got 2 kills, and Alex was there as well to find another, which pretty much secured the round. Bit of a brawl, but they managed to do it. But you have to remember, G2 went into that round with a Mac 10. It wasn't necessarily a full buy. They still have a huge advantage going forward into round number 6 here. Orb still in the hands of Twane, but Kenny has got the same weapon now. He's currently on 19 kills. Round number 6, like I said, potentially the last one as well. They haven't stabilized just yet, LDLC.
Maniac will sit behind the bags. His body has to fall back down the banana position a little bit further. It's very hard to take. It's very hard to challenge early. That's the biggest change of the map, is just the way the banana plays. Aesthetics aside.
They're going to go for a boost there from what I can see towards Banana. I think Maniac's going on top of Existence head on that wall position. There it comes. Let's see if we can find anything from this. Looking towards T-steps, but MBK might just pick him off here. He's going to pre-fire that position with that smoke down. There it is. Doesn't see anything just yet as the smoke dissipates. The CDs fall back. They've now got nothing left, and even more so now the AWP has gone down. I was about to say, towards that Banana position, all the smokes have gone. There's no flashbangs left. There's actually only 3 flashbangs available for the CTs. They've got the man disadvantage here. It's starting to fall apart now as we hit the 1-minute mark.
Chalks giving up the apartments. We'll start to fall back around, take the op elsewhere. 3 on the A site, 1 on B, and B looking to be the intended target late in the round. Apex will stick around. Smoke off quad side means they have to consider it, but they're already not. They're already rotating away. Existence will try and get there as fast as he possibly can on the FAMAS.
Yeah, only having that FAMAS, not going to be a great asset to his team. Apex. What a 180 that was! Get wrecked, Alex. And it's going to be a 5-on-2 towards his B side.
This is game done. Maniac sitting, waiting, gets 1, but can't line up the second behind it. Chucks will get the kill. Bomb to go down. Miss 2 versus 5, and G2's going to 16-5. Kenny making sure of it. To take a 2-0 victory on the evening. Remember, they're trying to avoid relegation at this point. That's where they are right now. Just past the midway mark, but it's an important subject. So a good evening for G2.
Yeah, very interesting game on Nuke. I can't really say the same for Inferno there. It was LDLC, not getting a single gun round on their T side. They got the 3-0 with the pistol. Didn't really get rolling at all in that second half. 16-5. Very good showing there from G2. We talk about them being in a bit of a slump. This lineup not really coming together, but it's coming just in time for Star Ladder. That's a great showing for them. And like I said, I think they're going to make semi-finals at least going into this event. That is kind of lineup on paper, getting on LAN as well. It's going to be something to behold.
It's a bold statement. We'll see if the desk agrees.
That is a very bold statement, if I do say so myself. Semifinals of Star Ladder.
Classic Henry G.
Classic Henry G.
Care to put a pie on it?
No one's going to see, right? I care to put a pie on it. No one's going to fault him if he's wrong, and if he's right, he just looks like a hero. So
That's the Anders play.
that is the Anders play. He's learning a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm actually glad Matt brought up avoiding relegation, because if you remember, the way relegation works in Pro League is that last place in Pro League is automatically relegated to the Mountain Dew League. And the first place Mountain Dew League is moved up, and from there, the next 2 on the lowest standings in Pro League have to play 2nd and 3rd seed in Mountain Dew League. I hope I explained that correctly.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
much,
That's
We'll get something created as some kind of a graphic for that. Either way, G2, they go 2-0 on the night, so they do a good job. 16-5 on Inferno. They do add 2 wins to it. It's not going to change the standings a whole lot, but like we said, it gives them that cushion to avoid relegation, moves them up a little bit farther, a little bit closer to playoff contention.
Yeah, we're slowly getting to that tail end, and it's good to see a resurgence from them. You know, they started the season very poorly with those 2 losses to Envious, and now they seem to have turned it around. They're looking quite good. The first map, a bit sketchy. This one was very dominant. The CT side, seeing them run double AWPs, I was very impressed. It's something that's difficult to do, especially on Inferno. If you can make sure you don't have to retake the bomb sites with the double AWPs, fantastic. You're winning, you're laughing. It's just pick them off, and then you never have to worry about it.
And this is like some serious audacious play from Kenny S. The amount of repeats we're seeing from him tonight in general. We talk about his nuke play, but of course we're seeing it again here on Inferno. And just the way he actually controls Banana pretty nicely with that, though, because I think LDLC are hoping to be able to get a little bit more progress up through there. That's how they were able to stack on the tier rounds last time, but they're completely nullified in that from this CT-sided aggression, which we kind of want to see more lately of.
Well, I mean, with the amount we talk about Existence as some kind of a tactical mastermind, and, you know, some of his visionary things he's done with very games in the past, making them a very good tactical team. On their T side here on Inferno, they only get 0 gun rounds, actually. They win the pistol, they get 3 rounds, and then they won like a 4-spy or a pistol buy later on in the half. They get 0 gun rounds.
Of them.
Is this an issue? Well, I mean, obviously it's an issue as long as it's an issue. I know it's an issue in this single map, but is this a problem that you can see going forward? Is there something to this idea that is this something to be worried about in their T sides in general?
I'm not really an optimist. But
Are you?
yeah, no, but I think LDLC have done a lot better than everybody thought they would, or especially than I thought they would, because I've touched on it before. They have the leftovers of the leftovers. So Existence has had to build whatever he can, and they've performed relatively well, and they've had some upsets. Them being a top 20 team on HTV Dogs rankings now is a pretty good accomplishment. I can't really see them going much higher than that. You know, they're going to hit a skill cap. Even if they fix their strategy and stuff, they still have a skill cap that isn't going to compete with the top 10 teams, I don't think.
Let me rephrase that question in a different way, because we have
Okay.
Existence over in Europe, we have Sean Gares in North America. The two in-game leaders have been hailed to be like the tactical innovators in their regions.
Okay.
And both of them now are finding themselves, after roster changes, out of the top teams, not really invited as an experienced top in-game leader in the region to be as part of like the competitors in those regions. Has the meta passed these guys by?
Well, I think Existence even admits himself directly that he can't structure strategy and team play like he used to be able to back in the old days. And it was actually one thing that he approached LDLC with the purpose of, is saying we're actually going to loosen up on that, because you can't apply protocols to every single situation in a round, and you need to give your players a bit of breathing room. And that's also how you really blood up new players and give them a bit more experience. Look at Nip and how they're using Draken at the moment as well. And a good example of giving a bit of room to play some fast and loose Counter-Strike. So
Some room to make some mistakes that they can learn from.
yeah, he's changed his outlook, I think, on that personally.
With Sean on the flip side of that coin, I'm not sure if he hasn't had options to play for good teams. You would know more than I would, being the godfather of North American Counter-Strike.
I'm not sure. I know. I mean, he's had, you know, in Misfits and then in Echo Fox before that, he's had some chances to kind of build rosters how he wants.
No,
them,
I
so-
meant to go to
yeah,
better
yeah,
squads.
I know. I would be interested. Actually, I haven't inquired about that specifically, but maybe
get him
something
on
I'll
the
look
dog and
into. Yeah,
bone.
maybe I should get on the phone. Get
on the
some-
blower.
Yeah, the blower is fair dinkum. Well,
It's
hey,
a British thing.
Oh, is it really?
I think so.
That's unfortunate.
The dog and bone is the Aussie one.
In case you guys missed today's action, here are the results on both streams. Envy winning 2-0 over Virtus Pro, G2 winning both maps against LDLC, and then we had, as Chad mentioned earlier, Hellraisers and North split maps, and then Fnatic. They win the first, but drop the second on Train to FaZe. So we'll check and see how this affects the standings. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be too crazy. We do see Envy rising up 3 spots, G2 rising up 2 spots, Heroic dropping 2. It's now Kingwin on the hot seat for relegation. That's a little bit frightening. Envy a little bit closer. You can see, I mean, these guys are still, what, 1 to 2 wins out of the playoff contention, basically?
Speaking of hot seat, do we know the teams who are doing well in the Mountain Dew League at the moment?
Not off the top of my head, I do not.
Gambit and Big Penta as well.
Cool.
Yeah, and you can
I'll
head
set you up for that one.
to esca.net/MDL to find all about that. So get on that.
Yeah,
boys.
nicely done. This is the schedule for North America. If you're going to stick around, it's been up for a bit. SK and Renegades facing off. It's going to be rough for you guys. NRG taking on Luminosity, Misfits, Optic, Cloud9, and CLG. Some of the classic North American franchises in that Cloud9 CLG matchup. That'll be cool. So stay tuned for that. Those standings are a little bit more top heavy, I would say. Either way, that's it for us tonight. That's it for us for the week, and that's actually it for us for 2 weeks. We're going to be taking a week off for Starliner this coming week, so we'll see you at a future date. So be sure to stay tuned. Check our Twitters. Check ESL's website, eslproleague.com, I think it is, something like that.
Close.
I
I'll
like
give it to you.
Yeah, just Google
Just
it.
Google it.
Google it, and then you can find out when we'll be back. So have a good weekend. Have a good week. We'll see you at Starliner.